Well, good day, viewers, and welcome to the Sport Wrap Show. A lovely Wednesday, and I'm your host, Brian Munango, updating you on the latest sports news. For this one, as you guys know it, this season, we are going to be reporting mostly here from this iconic stadium of the Hagegengop Stadium. As you can see behind me, the views look immaculate. It's very nice here. The weather is amazing, and we are getting ready for a good show. So please do stay tuned. There is a lot to talk about. We have the FIFA Club Management course that just concluded in Windhoek. We'll be having a look at that. We are looking forward to an exciting weekend with some women football that's scheduled to take place. As we all do know, men's football is currently on a break, so all the focus will be on the ladies' football. And on top of all of that, we also have some announcements from the Namibia Rugby Union speaking on what the plans for 2026 are looking like. So that and more as we get right into the hit list. Well, like I said, there's a lot to talk about. First and foremost, starting off with the FIFA in partnership with the NFA, a big event that did happen this past week. So FIFA in partnership with NFA concluded the FIFA Club Management course. 43 from the NFPL and the FNB Women's Super League successfully completed the two-day course. The program focuses on key areas such as governance, strategic planning, financial management, marketing, sustainable club development. It's designed to equip club executives and administrators with modern management skills that align with international football standards. David Fani highlighted the importance and benefits of professionalizing football in the region during the closing ceremony of the FIFA Club Management course, which concluded in Windhoek yesterday. Well, this is what he had to share.
Getting capacitated on essential elements of effective club management. We trust that you grasped some of the key concepts which, if applied, will improve the administration and management of your clubs and strengthen leadership capabilities within your organizations. As stated during the official opening of the workshop, clubs are the foundation of football in each and every country. They are the first block in player development, for example. And they also feed national teams with players for zonal, continental, and international competitions. So the importance of clubs cannot be overemphasized. It is therefore imperative that we get it right by ensuring that the foundation is strong to hold the rest of the football structure in order that we can achieve the objectives that we set for ourselves. Let us avoid building on sand, lest we compromise the strength and long-term sustainability of what we are trying to achieve. As expressed, the club professionalization and management program is designed for senior club executives with the objective of equipping them with essential skills for uplifting their clubs.
So, like I did mention earlier, everyone knows that the men's football is currently on a break, but that does not mean that the action stops there. We know that the FNB Women's Super League will be continuing with round 6 and round 6 and round 7 this upcoming weekend. Let's have a look at how the games look like for the weekend. In round 6, we can look forward to some exciting matches where we have Julinho Athletic that will be taking on Desert Foxes. Desert Foxes are from the coast and they are newly promoted. Ongos Ladies will be playing Komas Nampol. V-Power Angels take on African Stars Queen. Nas Babes take on Mighty Angels. Windhoek City take on Yunnan Bokkies. And the final game for Saturday is Mighty Ghana Ladies taking on Arrow Ladies. So all these matches are scheduled to be taking place in Windhoek, so you guys can be ready and be excited for the fact that there's a lot that will be happening here in Windhoek. We have the Julinho Athletic Stadium where most of the games will be played. And then if we look at Sunday, you can also see that Julinho Athletic Ladies take on Commerce Nampo, Ongos take on Desert Foxes. Desert Foxes have been struggling this season. And then we also have V-Power Angels that will be taking on Mighty Angels FC. Windhoek City and Arrow Ladies close it off on a wonderful Sunday. Let's have a look at the log standings where we'll see that some teams have been struggling. Looking at the top, we have the Mighty Ghana Ladies, played 5, won 4, drawn only 1 game, and they have scored 18 goals. And we can see Ongos Ladies, they are in second place, having played 5, won 3, drawn 2 with no losses, scoring 14 goals and only conceding 3. But Mighty Gunners are definitely the team to be chasing because they have not conceded any goals yet and they have scored 18. At the bottom of the standings, Desert Foxes are in last with having played 5 games, having drawn only 1, but they have lost 4 from those games and they have conceded a whooping 19 goals and only scored 1. That's why the goal difference is at -18. And then we have Julinho Athletic Ladies who are also at the bottom. Looks like they are struggling. Well, that's all that we do have for you on the hit list with the recent updates. Please do stay tuned as we'll be going for a short break and we'll be right back.
Taking flight has never been easier. Paratus is introducing Sky-Fi internet packages with speeds that will have you reaching for your seatbelts. Starting from $500 Namibian excluding VAT per month, with speeds reaching up to 10 megabits per second. There's even a prepaid option where you can top up your Sky-Fi internet for just $15 Namibian per gigabyte. No contracts, no fuss. Visit your nearest Paratus branch to find out more. Or go to paratus.africa/Namibia to sign up online.
Always prepared, Paratus.
Are you curious as to what is driving the cars world? Well, we are bringing you into the world of cars. Tech, trends, road trips, and the stories behind the wheels. It's fun, it's fast, and it's full of surprises. This is your ultimate cars companion. You can catch My.NA Cars every Thursday at 9 p.m. with me, your favorite passenger princess, Diana Master, because it's not just about the ride, it's about the journey.
Well, the spotlight is on the Namibia Rugby Union as we speak. We know that things in 2025 didn't look that good. Namibia didn't qualify for the World Cup for the first time. And it looks like this year is going to be a tough year for the national team. But we did get to hear a few words from the Vice President of the Namibia Rugby Union, which is Johan Diergaardt. And we also got to hear from the CEO of the NRU, which is John Hines, to just give us more information as to how the year 2026 looks like with international events and how they plan on putting up a strong team or getting things in place to start rebuilding and getting ready for some more rugby action. So stay tuned for that.
From the Union, the current status of the Union, the reset and rebuilding strategy for 2026-2031. The Namibia Rugby Union is currently navigating a transition phase following the conclusion of the Rugby World Cup 27 qualification cycle. The Union confirms that Namibia did not qualify for the Rugby World Cup 2027. As a result, World Rugby High Performance Funding, which is linked to participation in the World Cup 2027, has been adjusted in line with the applicable funding framework. This change in funding has required the Union to reassess its high performance structures and overall financial planning to ensure sustainability and alignment with available resources. The Namibia Rugby Union recognizes the heightened public interest and commentary surrounding recent development within the union. The NRU affirms that its governance and executive structures remain in place and fully operational, and that the union continues to function in accordance with its constitutional, regulatory and international obligations. As part of the post-qualification review and funding realignment process, changes have occurred within the union high-performance environment. These developments followed the conclusion of the World Cup qualification cycle and the associated adjustment of high-performance funding. The NRU emphasizes that these matters arose from broader structural and funding considerations rather than individual or performance-related issues. The NRU wishes to place on record that all engagements during the process have been conducted professionally and in good faith. The union remains committed to respectful, transparent and constructive relationships with all coaches and technical personnel as it enters the rebuilding phase. Operational continuity has been maintained, and the NRU confirms that it remains compliant with all its national and international obligations. In parallel with these developments, the union has completed an internal review of its governance structures, operational systems, high-performance environment, competitions, development pathways, and financial position. The review highlighted the need for structural strengthening to support long-term growth, sustainability, and comparative relevance, while also confirming the strong foundation provided by the Namibia's rugby community, athletes, and stakeholders. The union acknowledges calls from the rugby community for increased engagement, clarity, and communication. As part of the reset and rebuilding strategy, the NRU is strengthening its governance and reporting and stakeholder communication processes to support transparency, accountability, and trust across the rugby ecosystem. The NRU Reset and Rebuilding Strategy 2026-2031 represents a deliberate shift from short-term performance-dependent models towards long-term sustainability, institutional resilience, and comparative relevance. The strategy is the outcome of a structured internal review and planning process informed by international best practice and aligned with World Rugby framework. It is built on 5 integrated pillars. Number 1, governance and leadership and institutional reform. 2, financial sustainability and commercial growth. 3, high performance and national pathway rebuild. 4, competition and participation growth. 5, development, transformation, and community impact. Looking ahead, the Namibia Rugby Union acknowledges the recent outcomes represents a challenging period for both the union and the broader rugby community. However, the NRU remains firmly committed to a disciplined, transparent, and measured rebuilding process. The 2026 and 2031 period will focus on institutional stabilization, sustainable commercial growth, aligned development pathways, and progressive performance improvement over successive competition cycles. The NRU continues to engage with its members, partners, sponsors, and stakeholders to ensure program continuity and to safeguard opportunities for players' development during the rebuilding phase. The NRU thanks the members, partners, and supporters for their continued commitment and support during this important period of renewal and rebuilding. Thank you.
So on Athletes World, as you guys know, we're not back with a new season yet, but we will be in production very soon. So for now, we're just going to have a recap at one of the most iconic moments, or the few iconic moments that we did have in the year 2025. As you guys know, we did have a lot of exclusive interviews, and we will be showing you a few of the off-script parts of the interview. So please do stay tuned as we have a look at some of our iconic moments for the year 2025. So viewers, the last interview for the day, I had to make sure to include this one. This is the guy who was the youngest representing the country, only 16 years old if I'm not mistaken.
16, yeah.
In China. Please introduce yourself to the viewers.
So, my name's Avi, Lo van der Merwe. My school's name is Windhoek Gymnasium. Yo, I love that school.
Okay.
Even though I don't like school.
Avi, tell me, how was it for you representing the country in China and being the youngest player?
It was such an experience. I think it's a kid's dream. Me personally, I always dreamt from it since the age of 9. I love the sport with a passion, and it's like nothing I can explain. It's too difficult.
How long have you been playing the sport, and when did you start realizing that this is your favorite sport, maybe?
So when I was small, I played rugby, right?
Okay.
And then my father introduced me to inline hockey. And the first practice, I fell in love with the sport. Since the age of 9 or 8, I'm not sure. But yeah.
But it started at a very early age.
A very early age.
Okay.
Yeah.
Those buggers have been messing up, that's why they went first.
Marco Ndlovu again. Yeah, no, Ndlovu knows how to do it.
Run over the.
Michael, any advice on how to get the perfect swing?
I'm at the stage where I can hit it while eyes closed.
It's more grass than the ball, but
Yeah, but it's gone now. That's it.
the man is running his way.
Yeah, we're
Pat,
coming.
pat.
This gotta be good.
Are we leaving?
That's a good one. Please demonstrate for us how this is done. We trust you to. This is gonna be on TV, by the way. Yeah. Okay. Let's do one more. Let's do one more. Take your time, Stephen. Don't rush it. That's a good one. Can you tell us what's the trick to getting that type of shot?
Hit the grass.
Hit the grass.
Got this one.
We love the sound of that. Okay, now I have to love and let you leave.
Perfect.
Putting you on the spot right there, hey? Any message that you have for young athletes that are aspiring to try and be up there, try and represent the country at the national level, for someone that has a 9 to 5 and still pitches up at 7 o'clock to train, do it again the next day, represent the country on the highest level, what would your advice be to the young child of Namibia?
Definitely comes down to not giving up. So the basics, just keep on dedicating yourself to it. Have fun. I mean, it's all about having fun. If you're not having fun in the sport, then don't do it at all. Listen to your coaches, listen to your seniors, and just take in the knowledge, the advice they're giving you for free. You don't need to pay for lessons. Just go out there and to give you 100%. If you're not puking after practice, you're doing something wrong.
So before we do head over to Ari with international news, just a quick update as well. We do know that the games that were scheduled to take place at the Hage Geingob Stadium this weekend, the MTC Regional 15s have been postponed because due to clubs and players complaining that fatigue is still hitting with the Castlelite tennis side that we just had that concluded recently. So there will be no rugby, unfortunately, this weekend, but we turn our attention to our national team that is in India. Namibia are set to take on India tomorrow in a very, very exciting match. We take on the hosts. It's going to be a tough one. And also, like I did say, this weekend we look forward to a lot of events. So from me, Brian Monango, that's all the time that I do have for you on this one. See you again very soon.
Life is unpredictable and one needs to be protected against any eventuality. Get Santam legal access from as little as 50 Namibian dollars a month for when you find yourself in need of legal representation due to civil cases, criminal prosecution, and family matters such as divorce, child maintenance, and custody. It also covers labor disputes, disciplinary hearings, and unfair dismissal or retrenchment. With Santam Legal Access, you'll receive free legal advice on almost every legal aspect, whether the specific matter is covered by your policy or not. For true peace of mind and legal protection when you need it most, call us on 061 292 8000. Santam. This is freedom.
Good day everyone, time for international sports news, and starting off with rugby news first. It is the Six Nations that continue this coming weekend, a big game that's going to be played in Edinburgh. That is Scotland that's going to host England. They also play for the Calcutta Cup that is deep in history, and last year it was England that won the Calcutta Cup in London. They won that game by 16 points to 15. And team news from England is that Maro Itojo is back as captain for the game on Saturday, and also it is Ollie Lawrence that recovered from an injury, but he's not selected in the team in centre. It is England that retained the centre pairing of Fraser Dingwall and Tommy Freeman for this important game, and that is England that will host, or England that will go to Scotland, and Scotland will host England in the Six Nations. On to cricket news. It's the T20 World Cup for men that's continuing. It's being played in India and Sri Lanka, and some of the results to mention is Pakistan that beat the USA by 32 runs. It is 190 for 9 for Pakistan. USA 158 for 8 they achieved in their 20 overs. Then a big one for New Zealand. They played against United Arab Emirates and they won by 10 wickets. They chased down 175 runs without the loss of a wicket, and it was Finn Allen and also Tim Seifert that did well as the openers, scoring 89 and 84 collectively, or between them respectively. So that was a big result for New Zealand. To close off today's international sports news, it is English Premier League results, midweek games. There's going to be FA Cup fourth round that's going to be this coming weekend. So 4 games that was played, and it was Chelsea that had to settle for a 2-2 draw at home against Leeds, and then Everton lost at home. It was Bournemouth that won that game by 1-0. And not a good result for Tottenham Hotspur. They lost at home to Newcastle. That score was 2-1 for Newcastle, and then it was a late goal in injury time for Manchester United, and they saved a point, and it was a 1-1 draw at West Ham. That game also, all these games in the English Premier League. So that is international sports news for today. Hope you have a great sport day. We talk international sport again tomorrow. Goodbye.